Never ignore the quiet changes you almost explain away, because for many dogs, those moments are the first and only warning they'll ever give. Some warning signs don't arrive loudly. They arrive quietly, slowly, and often disguised as normal behavior. Over the years, many dogs are labeled as lazy, clingy, or moody, when in reality they are doing the only thing they can to ask for help. Dogs don't complain the way humans do. They don't point to where it hurts. They communicate through subtle changes in behavior that are easy to miss if you don't know what you're looking for. Studies in canine welfare consistently show that behavior changes appear long before obvious medical symptoms, which means the dog who seems fine on the outside may already be struggling on the inside. In this video, we're going to uncover the strange but meaningful behaviors that often signal discomfort, stress, or pain, and more importantly, how recognizing them early can change the outcome for your dog. Number 1. When a normally expressive dog suddenly becomes unusually quiet or restless without any clear purpose, it's rarely a sign of calmness or maturity. Dogs who are uncomfortable, nauseous, anxious, or in pain often conserve energy and reduce interaction as a survival response, while restlessness like pacing, shifting positions, or repeatedly standing up and lying down reflects an inability to get comfortable in their own body. This combination is especially important because it shows both shutdown and agitation happening at the same time, which often confuses owners into thinking the dog is just tired or being weird today. In reality, the dog is stuck between wanting relief and not knowing how to escape the sensation they're feeling. And this internal conflict is often one of the earliest behavioral signals that something isn't right, leading directly into how dogs use distance to cope when they feel unwell. Number 2. Avoiding eye contact is one of the most misunderstood behaviors in dogs because many people interpret it as guilt, stubbornness, or defiance, when it is actually a powerful stress reduction strategy. When a dog consistently turns their head away, looks down, or avoids meeting your gaze, they may be signaling anxiety, fear, or physical discomfort, especially if this behavior appears suddenly or intensifies over time. Eye contact requires emotional and physical energy, and dogs who don't feel safe or well often reduce that demand by disengaging visually. This behavior is not about disobedience, it's about self-protection. And when dogs begin withdrawing in this subtle way, it often sets the stage for deeper withdrawal patterns that show up next in how much they sleep. If this helped you see your dog's behavior with a little more compassion, a simple like lets us know this kind of understanding matters to you. Number 3. Excessive sleeping is often misunderstood because dogs do sleep a lot by nature, but there is an important difference between healthy rest and withdrawal-based sleep. Healthy sleep still comes with enthusiasm when the dog is awake, bright eyes, interest in food, curiosity, and normal movement. When sleep increases due to a problem, it usually comes with a subtle heaviness. The dog wakes up slower, moves more carefully, and seems mentally distant even during moments that once excited them. Chronic pain can make being awake uncomfortable, so sleep becomes the safest place for the body to hide. Emotional stress or low mood can have the same effect, pushing the dog into longer periods of disengagement. When sleep becomes a refuge instead of a recharge, it suggests the dog's waking hours feel harder than they should, which often begins to affect something every dog normally cares deeply about: food. Number 4. Changes in appetite, whether a sudden loss of interest in food or an increase in eating, are rarely random in dogs. A dog who stops eating may be dealing with pain, nausea, dental discomfort, or emotional stress, while a dog who eats significantly more than usual may be self-soothing or responding to hormonal or metabolic shifts. What makes appetite changes so important is that dogs are highly food motivated by nature, so when their relationship with food changes without an obvious reason, it often reflects something deeper happening internally. Even when energy levels seem normal, appetite shifts can be one of the earliest signs that the body or mind is under strain, and that strain often finds another outlet through repetitive behaviors like licking or chewing. Number 5. Excessive licking or chewing, especially when it becomes repetitive or focused on one area like the paws, legs, or random objects, is often a coping behavior rather than a simple habit. Dogs may lick to self-soothe during stress, respond to gastrointestinal discomfort, or distract themselves from skin irritation or internal unease. Over time, this behavior can become compulsive, reinforcing itself even after the original trigger is passed, which is why it's so commonly misread as a behavioral problem instead of a symptom. When a dog is trying to regulate discomfort through repetitive motion, it often means they are struggling to find relief elsewhere, and that struggle frequently appears next in changes to bathroom habits. Number 6. Changes in bathroom habits are often one of the most revealing signals that something deeper is wrong, yet they're easy to misinterpret or dismiss. A dog who suddenly has accidents indoors, takes much longer to eliminate, squats or lifts awkwardly, or seems tense afterward may be dealing with pain rather than a training issue. Inflammation in the bladder or intestines, joint pain that makes posture uncomfortable, digestive upset, or even nerve-related problems can all interfere with a dog's ability to go normally. From the dog's perspective, this loss of control can feel confusing and frightening. Elimination is a vulnerable moment for animals, and when that process becomes unpredictable or painful, it can shake their sense of safety. Many dogs respond by hovering closer to their owner, not out of misbehavior or attention-seeking, but because they feel physically uncertain and instinctively seek reassurance from the one place that still feels stable. Number 7. Following you constantly may look like devotion, but in many cases it's a request for reassurance rather than simple attachment. Dogs who feel vulnerable, unwell, or uncertain about their environment often stay close to the person they trust most as a form of emotional anchoring. This behavior tends to intensify during moments of rest, transitions, or unfamiliar situations, and it reflects a need for safety rather than attention. While closeness can absolutely be a sign of love, sudden clinginess often signals that the dog doesn't feel fully secure in their body or surroundings, which can eventually surface as irritability when their tolerance wears thin. Number 8. Uncharacteristic irritability is one of the most important warning signs to take seriously because it is so often mislabeled as a behavior problem. Growling, snapping, pulling away, or reacting negatively to touch that was previously tolerated usually indicates pain, sensory overload, or emotional exhaustion. Dogs in discomfort have a reduced threshold for interaction, and when that threshold is crossed, they may respond defensively to protect themselves. This isn't a change in personality, it's a change in capacity. When a dog no longer has the physical or emotional resources to engage the way they used to, that limitation often becomes even more obvious in the activities they once loved. Number 9. A loss of interest in favorite activities is one of the most emotionally telling signs that something is wrong. When a dog stops enjoying walks, playtime, social interaction, or routines they once looked forward to, it often reflects physical limitation, chronic discomfort, or emotional disengagement rather than boredom or aging alone. Dogs are creatures of anticipation, and when that spark fades, it usually means the effort outweighs the reward. This withdrawal is rarely sudden. It builds quietly as the dog adapts to feeling less capable or less well, and it's often the moment when everything finally comes together for an owner who starts realizing these behaviors were connected all along. Dogs don't ask for help with words. They ask with patterns, with pauses, with changes that seem small until you know what they mean. Every behavior you've heard today is your dog's way of communicating something they can't explain out loud. Not every sign means something severe, but every sign means something deserves attention. If this video helped you notice your dog a little more clearly, let that awareness stay with you. A quiet moment of understanding can change everything. You can support this kind of calm, practical guidance by giving the video a like, sharing it with someone who loves their dog as much as you do, and subscribing so you don't miss what comes next. Sometimes staying connected and paying attention is the most powerful thing you can do for your dog and for the bond you're building together.